Thank you so much for having me.
You're very easy to talk to. You know, you're a strong man of your faith, and that's what makes it so easy. We connected like that in the beginning.
What is up? What is up? What is up, everyone? It has been a couple of weeks since we have been on. You all know ministry has been crazy for me these last couple of weeks. But we wanted to come on and give you all a great show tonight. So you all, we have a powerful discussion for you all tonight. And tonight, you all, I want y'all to stay until the very end of the show because we got a real big announcement. Tonight, you all, though, we are talking about, man, we have a powerful topic tonight, and I have one of my good friends, one of my sisters, someone that is not a stranger to Real Talk Monday family. You all know her, Dr. Iris Wright, the world-renowned author, the world-renowned award-winning author. Let me put some respect on her name. I mean, she's so bad, she got a billboard in New York. So you all, I want y'all to help welcome to the stage Dr. Iris Wright. What is going on, sis?
What is going on? Let's get it.
Yeah. Sis, you already know the announcement. So my question to you is, are they ready for this announcement that we announcing tonight? Are they really ready for that?
No, but they better get ready. So
exactly. Like it's going down. Like you all, I was gonna do one big grand gesture, but StreamYard would not let me be great. But you all, we not letting that stop it. So sis, tell them a little bit more about you, since because I know I done left some stuff out, especially this new endeavor that you have going on. Tell them a little bit about it.
Hey guys, so I'm a new influencer with Talk Fusion. So let me tell y'all a little bit about Talk Fusion, especially if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, influencer. You want to tap in, you want to connect with me. Talk Fusion is a video email platform. So how this works, guys, is you no longer have to type up and draft up them long emails, right? The company will actually build and create templates for you to brand them for your business. You create your video, and everybody in your CRM, you send that as an email marketing tool through your CRM, and it goes out to everybody. So you do not have to type anything up. You send that video out. You can give them your message. So guys, if you want to know more about Talk Fusion, holler at your girl. Come on, let's go. And on my platform, as always, we're looking to build teams so we can build, grow, learn, build, grow, and make money together. So, either way, if you want to be a customer, let me show you how Talk Fusion works and how it can save you time in your business and innovate your company. If you want to join a team and you're saying, hey, Iris, I want to jump on board and I want to make another stream of income, come on board. Either way, contact me. And at the end of the show, I'm going to let you guys know how to find me and how to contact me. I'm also just got to be an influencer with pharmacy as well, guys. Amazing. Over 500 products, all natural, none of those chemicals and all that kind of stuff. Great products, guys. We're not talking about products that's not of value. These are products of value. So if you want to learn more about how you can learn, build, and grow using pharmacy with me, let's do it. I love making money together. If you want to be a customer again, because you need a lot of these products that we have, you need them. Contact me. You can also be a customer as well. And again, at the end of the show, I will show you how I will tell you how to connect with me. Okay. And one big announcement, I have not publicly stated this yet, that I am now a new influencer for Amazon. So guys, you will see a lot of amazing Amazon products out there that your girl will be helping with influencing and selling those products, guys. So again, tap into your listen, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I love those multiple streams of income, and I love offering people products and service that are of value. So guys, let me help you today. Get a hold of me, connect with me. If you can't get a hold of me, contact James. He will hook you up. He will get you a hold of me, and let's learn how to build and grow and make money together. It's enough room at the table for us all. We don't have to be afraid or intimidated by each other. We can go ahead and build this thing together. So contact me if you're one of those people, if you're an executor, if you want to make money together, if you want an extra stream of income. Are you a team player? Do you want great leadership? Contact me. All right.
Man, y'all better get with her. Y'all better get with her. Like, y'all see, my sis is out here growing. She's out here blowing up. She's out here doing her thing, and I am extremely proud of her. Like, you all, what y'all don't know is, before we even get into this discussion, you all, the way that we even linked up was because of her coming in for a meet and greet and being invited on Real Talk Monday. And from there, we just built a bond. We built a chemistry. We built a brother and sister vibe relationship. And it's been up there ever since.
Yes,
So,
yes.
like, literally, like, we probably have only been cool maybe since December.
Yeah.
And it seems like I've known you for years.
Yeah.
So you all, we about to jump into this discussion tonight, and our topic on the night is, what does love really look like? What does love really look like? You all, we about to have this discussion tonight. I hope y'all ready. So sis, I'm gonna throw the first question to you, because you know how I always do. I like to let my guests, aka the ladies, go first. I'm always gonna let the guests or the ladies go first. And first question is, how do you personally define love beyond feelings or emotions? And as we are talking about this tonight, you all, I want y'all to check in the comments. Check in with us. Let us know where y'all watching from. Let us know if y'all feeling this discussion tonight. So how do you define love beyond feelings and emotions?
I think you define love behind feelings and emotion. It's different for everybody, right? It's different for everybody. I always say that it's going to be one of those things to me that you're going to be sometimes caught off guard. It's this feeling that, especially when you're with your spouse, that you don't want to lose them. When they, you don't want to lose them. You want to be tied into them. You're going to miss them when they're gone, right? And sometimes we take that for granted too, guys. I can tell you, especially when you've been in a long relationship, you kind of take those things for granted. But you miss them. You want to be there for them. You can't see your life without them, right? Even, down to being honest, intimacy is different when you love someone. And, that kind of go over someone's head. But a lot of things are different from how you're being treated, the changes that you're going to make to that, that shows that you want to be with them. The intimacy, sexual is going to be different. So it's a lot of different ways that you can tap into to sometimes being in love. And some people think that it's planned. Some people think that you choose to love someone. I don't think love is a choice. Unless, at least for me, I'm not going to say that it's not, but at least for me, I think that real love is not a choice. It happens. And sometimes to some people, for a surprise, I've known people who had no interest in being together, and they got to know each other and start falling in love with each other. And they are in relationships and married and everything else. And it was totally caught off guard. So I think it's when two people really see something deeply and from their soul, that get to really see each other. I don't mean just like on the outside appearances, getting to know each other on a whole deeper level. And that's what, develops that word love.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like love is an action word to you. Like for me, love is patient. Love is kind. Love doesn't give up easily.
No.
Love is a action word. Like I'm not gonna have to tell you that I love you.
Yeah.
My actions are gonna show it.
Yeah.
If I'm showing up for you more than I show up for myself,
yeah,
I'm showing you that I love you.
And guys, I don't want to, love is very patient. Love is kind, but I don't want you to just feel though that that's always the case. Love can also hurt. As well. You're going to have situations where you're going to see your loved one going through some things that you cannot take control of. Whether it's emotionally on a deeper level, especially when you're in a long-term relationship or marriage with someone. It's going to be things that when you were young, you didn't even picture all this stuff is happening, but life is moving and things are happening. And it's the same thing with your spouse. Life is going to be moving for them as well. And things are going to be happening. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to be hurt. It's going to be times you ain't going to like your spouse, but you love them. It's going to be, all types of things. So you're going to have all types of emotional, but that doesn't mean you do not love that person, right? Because if you didn't love them, you can walk away. It's easy to walk away from somebody you don't love than it is for somebody you love and deeply care about. So
say that again. Say that again for the ones in the back.
Yeah, so it's easier for you to walk away from someone you love, someone you don't love, and than it is for somebody you really, really love and care about. And if you have stated that you have loved someone and you just walked away easily like that, then that might not have been love. And sometimes we mix lust up with love. We confuse like with love, and they're two different things.
And it is. I agree with that 1000%. Like we have to understand that love is not gonna give up easy, as we said. Like love is gonna be one of those that's gonna be like, even through the rough times, guess what? I'm right there. I'm fighting with you. I'm fighting in this with you. But if love gives up easy, my feeling on it is this: if it was meant to be easy, everybody would do it. But if you want something real, it's gonna take work. You're gonna have to go through the mud. You're gonna have to go through the fire. But if you want something that's just looks good for a hot second, then you ain't wanting love. You're wanting companionship, and there's a difference.
Yeah. Yep. And some people just want companionship, but I think it's important that we know the difference. And I think in the world that we're living in, a lot of people are not going to actually really have real love. Yeah, everything is just so materialized. And we're trained that way. And I'm not going to say this all happened because of we in a social media McDonald's world. we're in one of those fast words. I'm also stating this because there's a lot of brokenness that we have been through and we have seen that may stop a person from being able to love and being comfortable to loving someone, because trust and commitment is a big part of loving someone. And I spoke to a couple young ladies, and they don't ever think that they can honestly trust someone else. So if they are putting a block up saying, hey, I'm not going to be able to trust you, I'm not going to be able to do these things with you, that's something that they're taking away from being able to develop that that love and commitment that they will need to be inside of a marriage. So it's a lot of brokenness, and it could be from what they've seen when they were younger, from what other people have been through, or their job. We just had a lady, she was talking, I think on TikTok, and she was stating that loving someone will be very hard, even getting married and being able to trust her husband to have unprotected sex with her, would be very hard. Because she doesn't think that she could trust that, because she works in a clinic where she see a lot of people coming in there, and they're very sick, and they're passing it around to people. So everybody's life is different, but we have to be able to get to that point to find our person that we can truly let our guard down, to see us on our bad times when our hair is wild and everything, and they still love us anyway, right? It doesn't matter. We're beautiful even when we feel not beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody's not gonna find that, but you have to do some healing, deep dive, work on yourself to be able to have that open mind, to be able to allow someone in to be able to do that. And we can't just give it to everybody. So I think that's another downfall, is sometimes we know when we see how people are, but we fall for them. Pay attention when people tell you who they are. Listen and believe them. Stop making excuses. Stop trying to see some other person. They're telling you who they are. Listen. So.
And sometimes we don't listen. Sometimes we fall in love with what we think this person is. And this person is telling us, like, I ain't never told you I'm that person.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we don't want to believe their actions. And a lot of times, a lot of younger women do it because the person looks good to them on the outside, and they just want this person. They want this person to be their person. They don't want no one else with them. They want to be that person with this person, and then they overlook all of the other things. And then we're not, and it goes back to our previous conversations, that we're not asking the right questions.
And we're not, because there's been times where I haven't asked the right questions.
Yeah, we're not asking the right questions, and we're not, learning to learn each other on a deeper level. And as a young person, it's easy to do, because how do we know what the right questions are, But as a grown woman in their 40s, if I would have to redo anything, I'm going to have a lot of questions. I'm probably going to drive someone crazy with my whole list of questions that I'm going to have. But at 16, 17, 18, 19, am I going to have all those questions? No, because I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Right.
So, yeah, so I would tell the young people to, talk and have conversation with someone with some wisdom, to see what a relationship really is supposed to look like. What are some good characters, or write down yourself, what are some characters that you would like to see in a young man or a young woman? And I think this goes for both, not just a woman, but also a young man.
Well,
yeah, right. Because men, you need somebody that's going to match you as well. Someone that if you're sick, they're going to step in and help you and be there with you. You don't have to work yourself to the ground because you got to pay all the bills and you got to do this because, your woman can't do anything. She can't work. She can't cook. She can't clean. She can't do anything but spend money. And sometimes when we're young, we love that. She stay fly. She stay fly. But when you get a little older, you go like, man, she can't spend no money. She don't know how to invest. She don't know how to cook. meal. I'm hungry. I got to go to my mama's house so I can get me a good home cooked meal. She don't pay no, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the world that we're living in, it's making it seem like men have to do everything else when women for so long have been asking to be in our seats and where we are. And a lot of times now, a lot of women are making more money now, and some are making more money than some men are now. So, you know, find your person that's going to be there to you through sickness and health, and not through your good days.
Man, I saw a post today that I had to say to my stories. This preacher was preaching, and in his sermon, he said, "We tell men all the time that if you broke, you don't need to be dating." He said, "Well, to the women, that same thing could be said as well."
Yeah. I mean, honestly, should we? But I kind of disagree with that as well. All right. Growing up, a lot of people didn't grow up with a silver spoon in their mouths, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in a relationship building, one of you guys can help the other and help build and grow with each other. And that's okay to find that person that want to grow with you, that want to motivate you, that want to do.
They got to be willing to put that work in.
Yeah, and that's going to be work for both of you guys. But the tell people that, oh, because you don't make, and then who establishes what broke is? Like, who made the rule up? You know, because you make $1 million a year and I make 100,000, am I still broke? You know what I'm saying? And you know, who, you know, so I would say not to listen to people, and you know, find that person that you want to build with.
Yeah, I think for me also, it also depends on, okay, if I'm struggling financially on my end and you struggling financially on your end, we both need to sit down and figure out where can we cut some budget.
Yeah. Or what can we do?
Yeah, like what can we do?
Are we motivated enough? Are we motivated enough?
Yeah,
right?
Like what can we do to make this better? Like, because something's got to give here. Like, because both of us can't be struggling like this for forever. Like, what can we do to make things better? Like, how can we change this scenario around? How can we get from point A to point B without really continuing to go through the same rigmarole or the same situation? Like, how can we build each other up?
Yep, I agree. We have to know, and again, that comes with age. If I'm young, I may not know. That might not be in the topic of us, but if you grown and you're a dog and you past 25, 26, some of these questions got to start coming up. And you have to use your you have to use your eyes and your head too, and pay attention, because a lot of times if you're dating someone and they don't have a drive, they don't have the motivation in certain things, they may not get there. Or is it someone that you could motivate? Do you believe that because of your friendship and everything else, that you've been able to motivate them to do other things? You got to pay attention, because a lot of times those are red flags and signs, and you need to know what you're getting into. You really do. So I would just definitely say that you know, it's love is a very important piece. And we really shouldn't be doing any type of intimate, sexual things without being in love with somebody, honestly. Even though half of the world don't care about it, but we really, really, really should not be, because it just takes you to a whole nother level.
I agree with that 1000%. Sis, we haven't even gotten through half of these questions, and we halfway through the solo key. Like, what? We like 24 minutes in, and we only on question number 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, 2. We on question 2.
Yeah. All right. So now we on question 2. Let's go. So, when in your life did you first truly feel loved, and how did you recognize it? When in your life did you truly feel love, and how did you recognize it?
When I met my husband. Yep. So, guys, I've started life early. If you follow me, you know my story. I was a teen mom. I had 3 kids at 19 years old. And I have, my kid's father, especially the oldest 2, we were, in junior high when we met. And I thought that was love. And everybody kept saying, that's my mom used to say all the time, that's puppy love. That's puppy love. They ain't real, or whatever. But who knows? Because, some people really do find that.
That's
But
true love in high school.
yeah, there's true love in high school. And I didn't understand, but some of it, was puppy love, because, that's your first person and, your first boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, you go through that stage. But when I met my husband, we ended up bumping into each other and we ended up locking eyes for a long time, and someone had to get in between us. And ever since that day, everywhere I went, I just, I seen him. He happened to be there all the time. And we ended up talking, spending hours on the phone, getting to know each other. I just, and it was crazy because the guys, and don't do this, because this was, again, another being young and doing stuff. We both was in situations. So I'm just gonna put it like that. We both was in situations.
Whenever he was ready to leave just yet.
Yeah, well, I think we were just living, and and even though me and my husband wasn't intimate or anything, but we stayed long, talking on the phone, all that kind of good stuff. And we ended up being in a relationship, and I experienced things with my husband I have never experienced with anybody else. And that's when I started realizing how the difference in intimacy and everything feels. And guys, I'm outspoken because I'm trying to beat around the bush about some things, so I don't be so blunt talking about stuff on the platform. But I have a book that we're going to be putting out, and I'm going to be going down a little bit more about it, because a lot of women, and I, we had the conversation, is I've met women that said, hey, I have children, and I have been with with someone, and then I meet someone else and we get involved, and I've never had an orgasm before. And it is possible that you can be intimate with other people and have children and not have an orgasm. My husband, and I had 3 kids. And my husband was the first time I have ever had an orgasm, that I felt an orgasm of what it felt like. And it is what it is. And I think a lot that had to do with that is because we have grown a personal deep attachment. And I want to say that sexually, things feel different when you love someone than when you do not love someone. And sometimes we take caring for someone and all that in place of love that may not always be love. But it's a totally different situation. It's a situation that even when we're growing and going through our things, that we always wind up right back together. We cannot separate and be apart from one another. Guys, and I'm trying to break it down to you as simple as possible. And when I say, not just sexually, but even intimacy, it's ways that he can touch me that makes my body flutter that no one else can do.
Come on.
So it's just, he knows every part of me. And, so that's how I know that for myself, my love language, how he knows it and how he studies you, because a man that loves and cares about you, he's going to know things about you on how to do it, what you like, everything. And, he can finish my sentences. He knows what I'm thinking. And sometimes we be laughing about it and I'll be like, no, but that's the unique thing about being with someone that that loves you and that you love back, you know, that we can do that for each other and we can be there for each other. So I do want to say that everything kind of falls into place together on how you treat each other, what the going through storms together and being there and said, hey, I'm not going to turn my back on you, even though you feel like sometimes like, oh, you know, but we don't do it. And then again, when I'm feeling that way, he does something. He knows how to pick me back up and bring me right back where I need to be. And when he's feeling that way, then it's my job to try to bring him back to where he needs to be so we can be on the same page again. Because the love doesn't go away like that.
Mm-mm. It doesn't. Love isn't like a flicker of the lights. Like, for instance, okay, I'll give you a case in point. Right now, my light is on, right? Now, that light is off.
Yeah.
It's back on again. Love isn't like that. You can't turn love off and on like a light switch.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's really not. And people do that. I mean, and that's not love at all. You can't just turn your back. Now, I do think there is things that happen that you should turn your back, you know, like abuse. Mm-hmm. You know, that's not love, ladies. Somebody beating you upside the head. Men, I've heard of men getting beaten upside the head too. So men, that's not love either. But being in an argument, even if you love each other and you're in a relationship, that doesn't mean you don't love the person and that it's a bad relationship. I always tell people in a relationship, you're working with two people. And even if you've been together for 23 years, like me and my husband, it's still going to be some disagreements there. And it's okay to have some arguments. One thing I know about men and a lot of us women too, if we have a disagreement and something we like and we're not talking about it, or we ain't gotten to no altercation about it and said something or raised or you know, or had our voice to be heard, normally that means someone else got their attention. They don't care anymore. So if you're in a relationship and y'all haven't done anything and everything just goes, okay, everything's just all sandy and good, you peaches and cream all the time, then we might need to have some conversations to find out what's happening and what's going on. Because someone, when you care about someone and they're not doing something and it makes you uncomfortable, you're going to talk about it because you want to try to fix it. You know, the conversation may not always go the best. Sometimes we might try to, you know, especially us women, we want to get our point across. So, you know, I agree. Know, I'm just saying to you that relationship is all about communication, and sometimes everything is not going to be great.
I agree with that. But my thing on it is coming from a man's perspective, if you all are having more arguments than you having regular conversations, it's time to go. It's time.
Yeah, it really depends. And sometimes it's one of us have to be the better party and say, okay, we need to communicate and we need to talk about this, right? We need to learn how we can communicate.
Both people got to be willing to do that.
Yeah, and you got to really
telling it. The other person that, look, I'm tired of constantly arguing, and then it's like you'll do good for one day, and then that next day they have found something else to start an argument about.
Yeah, but you know what? It really depends on what season you are as well. I always tell people, especially when you're in a long relationship, every 5 years, something changes. Growth happens. And both of you are not growing always on the same level. And sometimes you're going through some hardship. I know, like with men, if you're sick and you're going through things where it, you know, it's making it hard for you to take care of your family or anything, that's not an easy pill to swallow. Not for a man. That's going to develop other things. So every time you get upset and mad, and even though we got to argue a little bit, I'm not going to say, hey, I'm going to turn my back and divorce you or anything like that.
No, I'm not saying every time.
So it's dependent on the season. Yeah, it's dependent on the season where you are. Even for us women, We have that time of the month, and
Mhm.
you listen.
But here's my thing on it. If it's every day,
Yeah, yeah. It's hard. It's hard, especially when you're going through things. I just don't want people to think that, hey, we can't go through nothing, because mental health is real.
oh no. I'm not now. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm not saying that the first argument went away.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is, if you have been with this person and you do calculation, and
If
there's
it
more bad
outweighs the
days,
bad.
and there's more bad days than there are good days,
Yeah. And you're not trying to fix it.
and neither one of you are trying to fix it,
Yeah.
or you are tired of being the only one trying to fix the situation,
Yeah.
it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to. It's depending on what those arguments are definitely about, and if they're not going to be fixed, and maybe maybe that's not the person that you're supposed to be with.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I agree
So
with that.
it really determines, because, like I said again, we change, especially at the age I am now, every 5 years. And if you look that up, that's almost pretty much a fact scientifically, that you're not going to be the same. I'm not the same that I was at 19. I'm not going to be the same as I am at 25, at 35. Going into 45, it's going to be a shift.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing for, your spouse as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it really depends on what stage of life that you're in.
I agree with that.
Yep. And
And
again,
it depends on what your relationship with God is like.
yep.
If both of you all do not have God at the head of your relationship, and both of you all are not both trying to go to God and work on this together, then guess what? You're setting yourself up for failure, you all, because God has to be the head of the relationship. If God ain't the head, there is no relationship.
Yeah, I agree. And so it's a lot that we have to talk about when we're talking about love, and being there with someone, having patience, understanding, commitment,
It's
communication,
hard.
honesty. It's just so much. It's a whole book of stuff. Like
It's
and
hard.
boundaries too. You have to understand your spouse's boundaries as well, and that's a big thing for me. I'm normally like, I know with my husband, I would just go, and sometimes it's like, where are you at? Where are you at? You have to, you have someone else now that's caring for you. He wants to know that you're safe, where you're going, maybe certain places he may not want you to do by yourself or go by yourself. You got to get used to all of that. And it's a lot, because I was on my own at a young age, and then I didn't always have a spouse that was that intensive, you know what I'm saying, that that cared, so it's different. You just have to make sure that you guys know each other's boundaries and what's acceptable is what's not, and try to fix it to be comfortable for both of you.
Yeah, you got to both make sure that both of you all are willing to put that work in.
Yeah.
You both have to be willing to work.
You're not going to stay in the honeymoon stage the whole marriage.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. You're
Yeah.
gonna have your ups and you're gonna have your downs. But guess what? As long as you keep God at the head, everything else is gonna be all right. So, sis, the way we're gonna close it out is, first off, I want you to tell them where they can find you at, and let our audience know how they can connect with you. And then I'm gonna make that big announcement that I told them that we gotta make tonight.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, guys, I do want to tell you before we get started with that, is that we do have our new anthology called Black Diamond Chronicles Marriage Edition. Okay. Where we're going into some of that. So if you are married and you have some advice that you want to have, join me on that anthology. You can find me at celebrity co-author Dr. Iris Wright on Facebook, or author Iris Wright on Facebook, Iris Wright on Instagram. I'm on TikTok as Iris Wright, or you can go check me out on my website, iris-wright.com, or email me at sales@iris-wright.com. So, and I would love to be able to help you.
Yes, you all get with her, connect with her, and definitely do not miss out on this opportunity, because it is an opportunity that you don't want to miss. So, ladies and gentlemen, sis, are they really ready for this announcement that we're about to make?
Let's do it.
All right. So, the way that we're going to do this is, first off, I want to thank you all for rocking with us, for supporting us, for this whole time as you have been supporting James H. Glover Studios, and for supporting Real Talk Monday as hard as you all have. In all honesty, Real Talk Monday is the longest running show on James H. Glover Studios. And the reason why it's still running is because of you all supporting it the way that you do. We appreciate you all. James H. Glover Studios, Real Talk Monday would not be where we are without you all's, first off, without God, but second off, without you all's support. So, Real Talk Monday has been without a co-host for some months now. We've been doing things solo dolo for a while now. And God didn't bless us with just one co-host now, but he blessed us with two. So tonight, we're going to make an announcement. This will officially start in October. Both of these ladies will officially start in October. But you all, guess what? We got something old, an old co-host, and we got something new, a new co-host. So I think I'm going to start with the something new first off. So you all, this lady is no stranger to Real Talk Monday. She's been rocking with us. She has, anytime I call her and tell her, yo, sis, I got an idea for a show, she's all in. She's ready to work. And I'm talking about none other than my good friend and my sis, the award-winning author, the award-winning so many other things, the businesswoman, the marketing genius herself, Dr. Iris Wright. Ladies and gentlemen. She killed it tonight with her conversation. And I know that the first and the third Monday of every month, that's what you can expect coming from Dr. Iris Wright. So, sis, we appreciate you. So before I go to the other one, I just want to give you some time to say something.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to just be part of the show's growth, to have those real conversations that a lot of people are afraid to have. But you know, it's okay. It's okay to have those conversations and to get deep down in some of the in things that we are going through, right? And know that you're not by yourself when you experience certain things. So I'm super excited. I hope that we can touch base and bring that out of you. But I hope you tune into this to the show, leave comments, engage, and you know, let's start those conversations.
For sure. And now for the something old. You all, this woman has been rocking with me for the longest. In all honesty, when we started this social media journey, as far as the ministry on social media, this woman was right there in the background working with me. She was grinding it out with me. She was with me when we was doing PRL. The Real Web JHC3 Ministry fam know what PRL was. When that was on June and we was logging in through June, this woman was behind the scenes working with me. And I'm talking about none other than my good friend and my sis, Miss Hannah Irby. She is back, ladies and gentlemen. She is back like she ain't never left. On the second and the fourth Monday of every month, you will be seeing Miss Hannah Irby up in the building with me. You all, we are excited about what God is doing. We are excited about how God is blowing our mind. We are excited about how God has opened up doors. This year, God has really blew my mind from the point of us being nominated for not one award, not two awards, but 3 different awards. And in one of those awards that we was nominated for, we was nominated in 7 different categories. This year, God really blew my mind. And I know that the God we serve isn't done yet. So if he's done it before, I know that he's going to do it again. And with the team that I have behind me now, that's rocking with me now, that's going to be bringing these real conversations to y'all once again that we are used to having, trust me, that's what y'all can be expecting. The real, raw conversations that you all love is what you're going to get. But what you're gonna get it from is from a male perspective and a female perspective. So get ready, you all. A video will be released on tomorrow, officially announcing them. So when you see that video at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time on the James H. Glover YouTube channel, James H. Glover Studios YouTube channel, and the James H. Glover Studios Facebook page, and James H. Glover III Facebook page. I want you all to like. I want y'all to share it out. Share it out. Let's get a hype up in here, and let's get a crunk for these beautiful young ladies that have agreed to support, rock it out, and grind it out with me. So you all get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. We coming, we here, and we coming to just continue to grow. Dr. Iris and I have already been in conversation about some things that we got cooking up that we're gonna release later on. So you all get ready, all right? So as I always say, sometimes our disappointments are nothing more than God's appointments. Meaning some things that we're looking at is bad, God is only turning it around for our good. Stay blessed, be blessed, and be a blessing to someone else. And I will see y'all next time. Peace. Hello. We pray that you enjoyed this episode coming from James H. Glover Studios. And if you want to see more like it, follow us, like, and subscribe to all of our social media stations so that you can never miss another episode like this. See y'all soon.